Get this incense burning, setting a vibe to clear the space today, clear the energy. It's so needed. Whoa. Damn, that was hard to put out. The fire was strong on that one. Bando, come here. One sec. It's been super stormy here today, and Bandit does not like stormy weather. He's really scared of the wind. So he's been hanging out in the bathroom all morning. But of course, right as I start talking, he wants to come in here, but he's a little bit nervous because I have the biggest window in my bedroom in the house. And so when it's really windy, it shakes, and he does not like that. Anyways, hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Delusional Daydreams podcast. It has been a hot minute since I've gotten the microphone out and recorded anything. It's been at least over a week. I just felt uninspired, specifically the last couple weeks to a month or so. I just feel like I've been moving through the motions, and I think I said this before in my last episode, but I just feel like I've kind of been moving and going through the motions of transmuting this energy, doing what I need to do, and there's just been not a lot kind of going on in my life other than like going to work and working on my grounding practice with my yoga and my journaling and catching up on some editing and spending quality time with family, and lately, more specifically, a lot of time with my grandparents and my grandpa, working on my car camper build, which is almost done. So I feel like I've been harnessing my free time and energy into filming that and working on that with my grandfather and editing photos from that. But yeah, just really haven't been pulled to sit down and talk. And honestly, journaling has even been a little bit difficult because I don't feel like I have a lot to say because it's just been, like I said, going through the motions. And I heard this thing that totally makes so much sense. Who did I hear it from? I was watching YouTube. Oh, Isabel Page. Is it Isabella or Isabel? Isabel Page? Isabella Page? I think it's Isabel Page. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. I have like 5 YouTubers that I follow that I've replaced watching TV programming or Netflix or anything like that with just like my top 5 favorite YouTubers and finding inspiration through their stories and through their content, and I've just been loving it. But anyways, she was saying in one of her videos how she went on this spontaneous trip down to the Redwoods in California, which she had never been to California before, and she's from Washington State. And she's like, I don't know how I've never done that. Like, we're so freaking close. And she was talking about how when you're in moments of what feels like mundane, stagnant energy, feeling unmotivated, feeling uninspired, a really good way to get yourself out of a rut like that is to simply get up and go somewhere new. Go either visit somewhere you've never visited, experience something you've never experienced, but basically get up and get out of your comfort zone and remember what it means to be alive. Because the whole point of being alive is to experience this human experience, to step out of our comfort zones and to grow and to learn through everything we do and experience. So hearing that just made me kind of like reflect on my life as a whole, specifically my adult life, and how I feel like I get in ruts after being somewhere for like 5, 6, 8 months, and I feel really uninspired, and I usually get so bored to the point that I slip back into old habits and old lifestyles. And for me, that means more like substance abuse or spending more time around other people than with myself because I never felt comfortable alone, or just doing things that aren't in the long run ultimately what I want to be doing for myself. And then when I get in these ruts, I feel like I need to start all over and do something totally drastic, pick up my entire life, move across the country, start all over and do the same thing basically, for the next 6 to 8 months until I get in a rut and I start getting in bad habits. And then I feel like, oh shit, I need to get up, pack up my shit and do it all over again. Which is just so funny that ultimately me getting up and doing something new is that catalyst for inspiring action within me or invigorating this life force within me. But this time around, as I'm focusing on harnessing better lifestyle habits and practices within my life, it's not that I'm necessarily in a rut of getting back into old habits. It's more like, okay, I'm mundane, I'm stagnant, I've been doing a lot of the same stuff. Not to say that I haven't been making progress day by day, but, I just feel like I need this rush of life again. And this time around, maybe it doesn't mean that I need to pick up my whole life and move across the country or move across the world to experience that. Maybe it just means that I need to get in my car with my dog and go on a little day trip, go on a little road trip, go on a hike I've never experienced, or even something as simple as going to a coffee shop I've never been to before, going to a thrift store I've never been to before, just doing something that I've never done before, experience something completely new in my reality, and taking the conscious initiative effort to do that. So I'm so excited that my car build is almost done. I just have to, the entire platform is finished. All the pieces are sized. Everything is sanded down and beautiful. Everything's at my grandpa's house because on my next day off, I'm going to go over there and shellac everything, which is basically just finishing the sanded, smooth boards so that everything's waterproofed and finished. And once that's dry, I'm going to put it all in the car and just puzzle piece all the pieces together, and it is complete. So once it is complete, I mean, one day of shellacking, at the end of that day, we can put it together, or maybe the next day put it together. And then once it's all put together, there's just a few things I need to gather, like little knickknackies to finish the ensemble, but then it's fucking done. And once it's done, I am so excited to plan a little trip with Bandit to test her out, to get out of my comfort zone, to get out of this little rut, this little bubble that I've built for myself here back in my hometown. I'm just so excited. And I was really hoping that on my next couple days off, I could get out into the wilderness of this area and go on a hike, because we are in peak wildflower season here in southern Washington. And there's this one hike I really want to go do. But I was looking at the weather and it is not supposed to be ideal. And I'm not one that, when the weather's kind of crappy, I'll still go outside, because sometimes it's really nice to get outside when the weather's kind of crappy, because no one else is out there braving the weather and you have the whole area to yourself and you just get to experience nature in a whole new way. But the hike that I really want to do is hiking up to the top of a mountain, basically, or a really large hill, if you will. I don't know what it's considered. On the trail, it's called a mountain. There's no snow up there, but I just don't necessarily think it would be the safest idea for me to do said hike on a really windy, rainy day, because it's already supposed to be a really windy area and that can get really dangerous. And Bandit doesn't like the wind. So why would I? There we go. There's my answer. Why would I torment him and also make it really dangerous for myself. We're just going to ex-nay that. But I was really hoping to be able to get out this weekend and take a break from my car build, because the last couple of weeks, that's all I've been working on my days off is the car build. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to take a break from work, if you will, or that hustle mindset to get something done, but really like take a moment to go out and experience nature in its peak wildflower season right now. But there's a butterfly. I feel, oh my gosh, there it is. The butterfly. Oh my God. I feel like the butterfly is confirmation telling me that, oh, it's back. It's like hovering by my window. Oh my gosh. What? It's back again. I haven't seen a butterfly since I moved back from Colorado. And I remember when I was in Colorado and I would see butterflies, use them as confirmations to whatever it is I was thinking about. And basically what I was saying is, even though I want to take a break and go and experience nature, if the weather's not in my favor, just go with the flow. And maybe that means I'm meant to actually finish the project so I can go out and test and actually go on somewhat of a more invigorating car camping excursion. So yeah, that's been kind of my life the last couple weeks, and how I've been feeling, and just kind of like, going through the motions. Here I am, going to work, waking up, doing my yoga, doing my journaling, drinking my coffee, taking Bandit on long walks, and napping a lot. I've been sleeping a lot the last couple days. I think I'm PMSing, to be honest with you. I have been so tired, where all I want to do is sleep. Like, I'll wake up because Bandit wakes me up early in the morning to go to the bathroom. And when I get back upstairs, it's like usually I'd want to start my yoga and get grounded into my body so I can journal. And I love my morning practice. But the last couple of days, all I want to do is sleep. It's just code back to bed. I don't want to be on my phone. I don't want to watch YouTube. I just want to sleep. Oh, well, that's a pretty bird. There's been so much nature happening. But yeah, I've just been wanting to sleep and nap and really just not do anything. Ultimately, just not do shit. And I think that's just my body prepping for my next cycle, honestly, because whenever I do feel this tired, it's like a couple days later I start my period and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. So energetically, just listening to my body, and the last couple days I've just been giving it what it's been asking for, which is a lot of sleep and just grounding in my practice and just taking things slower. I mean, I've been taking life slower the last couple of months anyways, but just like really moving slower. And yeah, it's been exhausting being exhausted. And the last 2 nights in particular, oh my God, my dreams have been haunting. And not haunting in the sense of like they're horror dreams and I'm waking up in cold sweats and I'm dealing with demons, and that's a lie. The other night I did have to fight off some crazy shit. God, but my dreams have been so vivid since I've been on this sobriety journey. Like when I sleep, it's like I'm watching movies. But more specifically, the last couple nights, the haunting dreams I've been having to deal with have been very centered around my past relationship and my ex, and just very realistic scenarios that leave me so hurt. It's just not ideal, and I don't need to go into the details of it, but it's just wild how, I go to sleep to transmute this energy, and then I end up living in what feels like a made-up scenario, and then I wake up just in so much emotional turmoil and missing him, and then having to fight the urges of wanting to reach out just to talk to him, just to update him on life, just to talk to him like he's my best friend, because he was my best friend for the last 3.5, 4 years. And I miss him. I miss that. And having to fight those urges and just feeling this heartbreak and feeling everything from the dreams that I'm having, and then having to go through this clarity of like, but wait a minute, like, why am I missing someone that would actively lie to my face the way he did the last couple months and do the things he's been doing? Why am I missing someone that obviously doesn't care for me at all or have any respect for me as an individual at all? And just going through these waves, and it's just like right when I think I've come to this acceptance of like, no, wait, I'm good. Like, I don't miss him. Like, it's just the dreams. And I go back to sleep and I have another fucking dream that brings me right back into this emotional turmoil. And that has been exhausting as well. I'm just like, I feel like I've just been going through it. Like for a moment, I really was making emotional progress where I was like, I'm good. And then just, the last couple days, the dreams have just been gnawing at me. And I don't want to even say that these dreams don't have any meaning because, okay, check this out. So we are at 2.5 months no contact right now. And I was the one that initiated the no contact. I was the one that said, hey, I think it's time for us to really step into these new chapters of our life. And when I said this, I didn't mean new chapters, new people. I meant, we're obviously on separate paths right now, and we need to embrace this time being separated and really find the strength within ourselves that we say we're trying to find and to harness. Because it just felt like with us communicating, it just felt like we were holding on to this death grip, and then he started acting super sketchy and I could feel something was off. And I kept asking him about it. I gave him plenty of opportunities without being confrontational, being super open-minded, super open-hearted for him to come forward and tell me what was going on to release me. I gave him those opportunities, and I just kept feeling betrayed by him being too busy, or him, oh, I fell asleep early last night, didn't even realize, or, oh, yeah. I go back and look through the messages and I'm like, oh, now I get it. You weren't just by yourself going to bed early. You were hanging out with another girl. Duh. And when I asked you about it and you said, no, I'm working on loving myself, because how could I love someone else if I don't know how to love myself? And we're doing all of this so we can reconnect and build our future together. Oh my gosh. So funny. Anyways, when I was feeling this sense of betrayment, even though he was telling me like, oh no, like I sorely miss you. I'm just busy. I'm dealing with a lot. And I was trusting him because I didn't have a reason not to trust him at this point. Literally, I had a night where I had five dreams back to back in a row in one night about him deceiving me, about him cheating on me, and about him basically being with another girl. And like him and I would be hanging out, and then all of a sudden I found out that like he has another girlfriend on the side. But every single dream, it was a different girl, and it was like a different like external kind of scenario, but it was all the same premise. And it was fucking wild that I had the same dream basically 5 different times back to back in one night. And when I woke up that morning, I was such a hot mess. That was the day that I messaged him to have a FaceTime call and go no contact. because the emotional turmoil of my subconscious and my dreams, I was like, I can't feel this anymore. I can't have this sense of you doing something behind my back, even though I'm trusting that you're not. Like this, I need to release you. And it's just wild that I had these dreams. And then I initiated the no contact. And then not even a month later, I come to find out he's on an international excursion with his new girlfriend and her family. Like my dreams fucking spoke the truth. And my dreams gave me the emotional torment to take the action that I needed to take, which was going no contact, separating fully energetically, and stepping into these new beginnings and just releasing the sense of betrayal, or, you know, I still feel betrayed because I found out the truth anyways. But yeah, it's just weird how, you know, my dreams have been kind of super on point. And then like with these dreams the last couple nights, it's been more about like me having a conversation with him about how much I miss him, how much I miss what we had, how much I miss the vision that we shared together of our future, and him basically not caring, and him being like, well, I'm just so much happier now. Like I've completely disregarded you and what we had in our vision, and I'm doing this now. And having to process that conversation that we haven't had in person. This is all in my dream state. But processing that conversation in my subconscious and in my dreams has really been a lot to handle. And last night, the dream kind of evolved to where it was like he not only, you know, we had this conversation and he moved on, and I had to go through the emotional kind of processing of that. But then I ended up moving on and finding this new community. And when I started embracing this new community that I had stepped into, I saw what he and this girl had. And I was like, thank God. Because the girl that I saw was basically a mirror of me and my old habits and my old ways that were holding me back. And I could just feel this breath of fresh air of this person I was becoming and these people I was being surrounded with. And it was like the evolution of processing what I'm processing and coming out on the other side with so much gratitude for why everything happened the way it happened. And in my dream, he actually started to see, oh shit, wait, maybe I made the wrong decision, LOL. But again, this is all in my dreams, and I'm not saying any of this is true, but I've just been having to process a lot of just like, it is what it is, and someday this will all make sense, and maybe he really is happier without me. He probably is. Right? I mean, he's partying a lot more. He's getting out and doing a lot more, so he probably is enjoying himself a lot more. I don't doubt it. Is what he has as deep and as real as what we had? I don't know. I can't say for sure. But I can bet that he's probably having more fun. Is that as long lasting? I don't know. Is it what he needs right now to heal what he's trying to heal? Probably. But that's his journey, not mine. And it's not my job to try to analyze that and figure that out. All I need to remember for myself is that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And there will be a point where I will look back at all of this and be like, thank God. Because I'm already at that point within myself of like, if I wouldn't have made the move to separate myself and come out here back to my hometown, I wouldn't be sober. I wouldn't have quit smoking. I wouldn't have the financial independence that I have. I wouldn't have the work ethic I have. I wouldn't have the confidence I have. I wouldn't have the car that I have, the car build. I wouldn't have the relationship and the memories with my grandparents and my family at this time, which I'm learning is super precious and valuable time because they're not getting any younger. And I know that I am building long-lasting memories, doing what I'm doing right now and stepping into the energy that I'm stepping into. This was all necessary for my growth and for my journey. Yeah, it's been a lot to process. It's been me fighting the urge to just reach out to him the last couple of days just to fucking talk. Like I said, he was my best friend. And I don't really have any, I don't have any friends right now. I mean, I've got coworkers that are super nice. And actually, I have been invited to socialize and hang out, which the next time I'm invited, I definitely think I'm going to go and take that opportunity to step out of my comfort zone and connect with people in a way that I haven't done for so many years. I haven't had friends for so long. Like Luke was my only point of contact with humans for damn near 4 years. So this is definitely stepping out of my comfort zone, but I'm excited because I'm excited for friendships to eventually, potentially develop within my life. I'm ready for some excitement in that realm of my life. But yeah, it's definitely been hard the last couple days and the last couple weeks, and just with everything I've been accomplishing and feeling so proud of within myself, you know, with my sobriety journey, with my job and being recognized for my hard work, with the car build, with my ability to invest in healthcare and chiropractic work and just all these different things. I just want to be able to call him up and tell him all these things and just talk. I miss that so much. I really do. And that's been the hardest part. Like I said, I'm not aching to be confrontational. I just miss my best friend. And what my dreams have been telling me is I think that it's more one-sided. I miss him, but I'm coming to realize that he might not be missing me. And that's a hard pill to swallow. But, I mean, you know, what can I do? Keep going. Keep moving forward. Don't look back. Looking back just hurts. All I can do is keep moving forward and realize again, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There's so much opportunity for me to not only grow, but for me to connect with so many more people. And one day I will look back and say, thank God. No matter how all of this turns out in the end, it's all happening for a damn good reason. So just surrendering to the ebb and flow of the emotions, of the processing, of the reflection, of the clarity. And I'm just so proud of myself because there really is so much to look forward to in this coming season, with my car being built out, with the potential for a promotion within my job and making more money, for concerts that are coming to town. I bought my first concert ticket for the summer. I'm so fucking stoked. I haven't been to a concert or been to a live show since 2019. The whole time Luke and I were together, we never went to a concert together. And one of my bucket list artists is Still Woozy. If you know, you know. But I was scrolling the other day and I saw that Still Woozy is fucking performing here in the Pacific Northwest at one of my favorite outdoor venues. I saw that and not even 15 minutes later, I bought a ticket. Do I have anyone to go with? No, at least not yet. And even if I don't end up going with anybody, it's going to be my first solo concert experience, which I think is just going to be so much fun because when I'm at a concert anyways, like I like to run to the front and dance and sing and just do my own thing anyways. So it's like, shit, I might as well go by myself and not have to worry about anybody else. And what a potentially great way to meet people too. So I'm really excited about that. And then, just road tripping. I've got hikes all planned out. I'm just so excited. And then a potential beach trip with my family. There's just a lot to look forward to. And again, I need to look forward and not backwards, because there's so much to be grateful for. And there will never be a time like this in my life again, truly. At some point in the future, I'm going to look back at these months, at this chapter, at this transition, and just look back at all of this with so much nostalgia. So embracing it for what it is, and, getting to experience a lot of what I have planned for myself this summer in solitude and by myself. Like, what an opportunity to not have to wait around for other people, to not have to get disappointed by expecting things out of other people, or be hindered, or have any hindering of my experiences because of other people, but truly just get to experience things and do things on my own accord with my dog. Like, this is truly going to be a summer unlike anything I've ever experienced before. So there's just a lot to look forward to, and I just need to look at it that way. But yeah, I think that's all I have for today, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. I feel so much better after talking this out. When I first got the camera out, literally, like, I was just a mess inside energetically. I've just been breathing in 2, 3, 4 and out 2, 3, 4, and just trying not to go fucking stir crazy. But wow, yeah, talking this out just feels so much better. So thank you so much for tuning in and listening to me freaking gab and process and become human again. I appreciate y'all. I hope you have a great rest of your day, week, month, and year. Eternal lifetime of experiences. Until next time, Ari Lou signing out. Peace punch, Captain Crunches. Bye.